Channel. No place on Earth has better weather.
Good morning, everyone. 10 minutes before the top of the hour. Traffic's getting pretty active last couple of days, and last week or so we've had two tropical storms. One, Bill, that developed, never was a depression, just suddenly a tropical storm. And now on Bill's heels we've got Claudette. Claudette, a tropical storm, but at least Claudette began as a tropical depression number 3, also the third named storm in the Atlantic hurricane season. And that leaves us 11 if Dr. Gray's predictions hold true. He predicted 11 named storms this year, 7 of which would be hurricanes, and already had one. That's Bill. Claudette could strengthen to that status, but it's going to be another 36 to 48 hours before that would happen, because there's a couple of considerations that we've got to take into account. But right now, Tropical Storm Claudette, as of 5 o'clock this morning, its center of circulation is at 32.8 north and 72.8 west. It's about 230 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, winds at 45 miles per hour. It's a minimal tropical storm moving north. Drifting north at about 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure about 1,003 millibars. Now, of note this morning is the convection to the north of the circulation down in here. But it looks like the convection trying to wrap around it. Now, this system yesterday, if you watch the Weather Channel, you noticed Jim Cantore and Bill Keneally and Mike Bono and Bob Stokes yesterday afternoon talking about the southerly.
Weather Channel. No place on Earth has better weather.
Well, it's time once again to update you on the tropics, and we'll start you off by taking a look at the latest on Tropical Storm Claudette. And what you're looking at here is the 5 a.m. advisory from the Hurricane Center. And as we check that out for you, there you can see where you have our center of circulation, 32.8 north, 72.8 west, 230 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina.
Weather Channel. No place on Earth has better weather.
All right, you're watching the Weather Channel. Mark Mancuso, Kristen Dodd, and William Rembert. He's our director right now. And as we take you through the tropics, here's Tropical Storm Claudette. 33.7 north, 72.7 west, 195 miles east-southeast of Cape Hatteras is our center of circulation. Movement is slowly towards the north, only 6 miles an hour. And the wind sustained about 45 miles an hour right near the center of circulation. And the pressure...
Weather Channel. No place on Earth has better weather.
The tropics getting kind of active, and it's only going on the middle of July. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Channel today. Mike Bono and Bob Stokes here in the studio. Andy Weeks is our director as we take a peek at Claudette. Do you believe it? It was just the end of June when we were looking at, for the most part, no named storms yet. And now we've got 3 already in July, and that's a little bit above average for this time of the year. Thankfully, none of them have really harmed land or affected land, and hopefully Claudette will do the same. Centered at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 195 miles east-southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, 45-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and moving about north at 6 miles an hour, 1,005 millibars pressure. We've had an aircraft out there in recent hours, in fact in just the last half hour or so, confirming that our pressure is still about 1,005 millibars, and also in the southwest quadrant coming up with winds that at times will exceed 50 miles an hour. The northwest quad has been producing winds in the 40s of miles an hour, so it's still a tropical storm, and it's still right about that 45-mile-an-hour sustained winds with some squalls that may be a little bit higher than that. Squalls are where these white areas are the whitest. And that's not a commercial for a dishwashing detergent or a clothes washing detergent. That's the whitest whites are the highest clouds. Kind of spiral banding right now coming on around and looping around the center. The center of rotation clearly visible.